Hello, wherever you're tuning in from. This is the Investors Corner, where we explore hidden treasures. I'm your host, Tech Stephen Ugut. In this episode today, I'm glad to be joined by the Chairman of Board of Directors for STARFORT International University, Honorable CYR DIUM. Welcome to the program. First of all, thank you for giving us your time. Today we are here to talk about STARFORT International University, the progress made so far in improving the image of the university and offering services to the people of South Sudan in education sector. But maybe before we go into the positive steps that the university has taken, I would like to start by asking you, you are a business person. Why did you choose to invest in education as compared to any other field that you would have invested your money on?
I've chosen to go to the field of education, particularly high education, because we fought the war for a couple of years, 17 years and Obanyanya 1, and 21 years of the SPLA. So during struggle, we have already 38 years in the bush. People have been fighting, particularly the alternative solution which can be able, we thought that we liberate the country. We have another liberation, which is education. We need to liberate the mindset of our people, so that they can be able to reach academic excellence, academic freedom, and core value. As you have seen it, we have established the vision and mission and core values objective since 2015 and 2016. The Minister of Higher Education and Science and Technology approved 4 colleges. So, as we have already liberated our country, we have another liberation struggle, particularly in the area of education, particularly means high education. So, I assume that total liberation is not enough. We should have to continue provide academic excellence, academic freedom, like other people in the region, globally. So, choosing education is another liberation, and it is not easy. As Drew Barma say, something paining on your side, sometimes it can pain when you are establishing something very difficult. Later on, also you will be strength. You will gain the strength. So initially, when I started, it was very painful. But now, toward this year, we have already established the main campus in higher referendum, the northeast of our referendum, which is called Edens. We have a main campus now, and we are really doing a lot of work there. So, to choose education is a priority. It helps in terms of development. Now you have seen it. When we came here, between 2005, 2006, it has a great difference between now, last time, and today is a great difference. So we are fighting another 5 war, a war of illiteracy, through high education and general education, a war of tribalism through high education, a war of poverty through high education, a war of nepotism through high education, another war of ignorance and hatred. Why you hate me? Why I hate you? For what reason? So that war is a total liberation struggle. Yes. When we finish this war, that is a total liberation of struggle. The generation will be creative and innovative. They will be creative and innovative. Now we graduate 2020, a class of 2020. We graduate 337.
Yes, we'll get to the graduation shortly. Let's take it one step at a time. So you told us about the decision that you took to invest your money, your time, and energy in education. And it was difficult, as you mentioned in the beginning, but it's taking shape now. Can you tell us about the progress that you have made so far in terms of this decision that you took to make an institution of higher learning, that is the STARFORT International University? How is it progressing so far?
The progress, as I have already mentioned, we have graduated more than now 337 2020, class of 2020. Class of 2022, we have graduated 578, which are now in the market, almost approaching to the almost 1,000. And they are in a private and public sector. Some, they are doing their independent business in the market, regionally, globally, and nationally wise. They are doing a great job.
Yeah. And also tell us about the schools that are within the STARFORT International University in terms of colleges. How many schools are there?
Colleges.
Yes.
College of Economic Management and Management, Social Science, and also Law, Information Technology, ICT. That the 4 colleges are there. And we are now, when we go to the near campus, we have applied and we have already developed the curriculum of geologists. Geology will cover many things, in even oil, gas, oil sector, and also in the area of the mining. That one will cover a lot, and we have it in our country. That one, if we don't train, don't provide excellent academic freedom in that area, we will ignore it, and other people may cheat us.
What are your short-term, mid-term, and long-term? Maybe you can start by short-term. As the university is not very old, it's new, as you mentioned. You have so far graduated 2 or 3 batches, I believe.
Two.
2 batches, yes.
There were the 2 batches were combined together, 2022 and 2021 and 2022 combined because of COVID-19.
So what do you look into as a university in your short-term and medium-term vision in terms of developing the school?
The short-term, in terms of short-term, we have graduated more than near to 1,000. They are now in the market. That is a short-term they have already managed, and they are penetrating the market, and they are doing a great job in the society. So that is a short-term now they have already. And long-term program is to be the world-class university, committed to academic excellence and responsive to dynamic local and global realities, is to extend it even in the future. STARFORT will not remain in South Sudan, will go to the region and will go to globally, because STARFORT is working hard to aim highly. Sky will be limited, and we can open anywhere in the region. We will open in the future, long-term planning. We are going to open in the 10 states. We can identify the challenges facing and the demand. According to the demand in the state, 10 states, we can be able to open. Like now we have opened in Yambio, but still they have not approved. They say you should have to be independent in your own campus. Our own campus, we are going to get in to be independent soon, because we are finishing now.
And I was going to ask you about the same thing of branching out or reaching out to the region. But since you mentioned that as your long-term plan, now currently, yes, and in an effort also to reach out to the region in your long-term vision, that means right now you must have established some sort of a communication with local or regional universities to have some sort of an alliance or cooperations between STARFORT and those universities to have exchange programs and this sort of a cooperation. Does it exist so far? Does STARFORT University?
We have already started with Nairobi University, and that's why we call it Dr. Ken was the chancellor of the STARFORT International University, and he's already been coming in and out. So, and we are coordinating on daily and night, and we have an office in Alingam, that we have a STARFORT office in Alingam. So it's very crucial. Also, we need to have a connection, even internationally, with Harvard, Oxford. We're supposed to have a connection with Harvard and Oxford. This is our duty and responsibility to identify highly qualified university globally and regionally, such that we have a connection. Yeah, and this joint program, we can do it together. And also visiting lecturer may come to STARFORT International University when we will become our independent in our referendum. The main campus now is coming up soon.
Yes, and we would also like to know about the facilities, because so far you mentioned that you have plans of establishing on the outskirts of Juba to have a bigger space for the university to have its campus there, because currently where you are accommodated is a squeezed place, is a small place within the CBD that is not conducive enough for the university to conduct its activities. So maybe before I ask you about when exactly does the university plans to go to the new campus, maybe we would take a short break, and when we come back, we'll talk more about that.
Yes, we will have a connection soon. That one, we are now establishing the connection of the water and safety tank and also others and boho.
Yeah, so hold that thought. We will be back to talk more about it.
Thank you so much.
We are going for a short break. Stay tuned. The Investors Corner is back shortly.
South Sudan is a new nation offering plenty of opportunities for investors and entrepreneurs to venture into the world of business and economic competition. It's indeed a land of milk and honey, blessed with oil fields, fertile land for agriculture, national parks for wildlife, herds of livestock, rich cultures and deeply rooted traditional history, placing the country amongst the fastest growing economies in Africa. In this program, we'll be interacting with businessmen and government officials to inform you about the economic prosperity of this nation. This is the Investors Corner, exploring hidden treasures. Join me every week at this time. There are plenty of investment opportunities in this world's youngest nation of South Sudan.
To better understand the economy and explore the thriving market of this country, you ought to get out of your comfort zone.
You either hustle under the scorching sun in Konyo Konyo market, run errands at a small or medium business enterprise,
or better yet, chair a conglomerate board meeting at a high-end tower in Juba.
while awaiting an official business trip to the region. Whatever you do, just don't rest. Work hard, think big, and be smart in order to count all your economic blessings through this weekly business show of the Investors Corner, exploring hidden treasures. Join us every week at this time.
Welcome back. This is the Investors Corner where we explore hidden treasures. I am your host, Tech Stephen Ogut. And as I mentioned earlier in the program, I am joined by DIUM Chercherdit. Welcome back to the program.
Thank you so much.
Before the break, I was asking you, when does STARFORT University get to move from this facility to its main campus? But maybe before you answer that also, STARFORT International University confuses a lot of people who hears the name STARFORT. It sounds foreign, it sounds Western. What exactly prompted you to come up with the name STARFORT, and what does it mean?
STARFORT is a local product. We did it here in South Sudan. When we did our independence, when we voted for our independence, we were using a star, brilliant star. Where we were in the bush, there was a bright star campaign. There was also the same during the independence when we were voting, we were using the star as the logo. So everybody used the star globally, locally. And that's why they call it a star. A STARFORT was used across region, across the country, across the region, across the continent. So that word, it come within our local product, because when we were doing independent, voting for independent, we used a brilliant star in order to get our independence. That was the meaning. And then connection, it is a two-word, port, across South Sudan, across the region, across
So yeah, back again to the question, when does the STARFORT International University moves from this facility, which is have a very limited space, it's not enough, it's not conducive for a university, to its original place or its campus that you just mentioned earlier? When do we see that happen?
Within 3 weeks. Within 3 weeks. So the first term we'll do it here, but the second term we'll do it in our main campus. Now we are connecting water, septic tank, and borehole. We are doing it now. Even if I can be able to forwarding to you later on, and you will play. And if you need now, we can be able to go and see the work practically. Then to say that people have to see. Our people like to see than to hear. So we will be able to go and see the main campus. And I will send it to you through your WhatsApp. The main campus, the western part, you will see it. And the eastern part also, you can go and take a cover, and the southern part and northern part. So there are a lot of activities going on. We are remaining with the finishing only to connect the water and connect the septic tank, and also borehole to be within 3 days or 4 days. We are going to dig the water and connect it with all washroom all.
Yeah, this is because for the university to have a reliable or a conducive space, it has to have a huge space of land where you can have a space for all sort of activities, both curricular and co-curricular activities. And it is on that point that I would like you to give us a little bit of a sneak preview into the activities or the content of what you have in the new facilities, the new campus that you are going to have. What are the facilities that you will have there apart from the classrooms and the offices?
There will be activities. Even the STARFORT will have independent football team, and they will have in basketball, volleyball. It will be, those activities will be prepared. They are prepared there on the other side, because basketball yard now is ready on the eastern part of the STARFORT. Northern part also we can be able to see the playing football players. We are going to open, because there are spaces for the STARFORT. So it's a bus area whereby we can be able, even on the north, toward the north of the STARFORT main campus, there is open. We are buying the other part now slowly until we finish. Even last week we have bought 1,000. We got 1,600 square meters again. We add in our land, and we are going to get also to another 4 plots there, which is almost, but it's expensive now. That area became expensive because people are shifting there. Many people, because they become a city campus.
So let me ask you again about the co-curricular activities. How does the STARFORT International University recognizes and appreciates the co-curricular activities like sports? How does it work to improve and support the students who have skills in such fields?
There are many students. It will support STARFORT regionally and international. When people are playing, they can participate regionally in volleyball, basketball, and football. They can participate regionally. And internationally also, in the future, it will also be upgraded, so that to identify the strong team, so that they can be able to participate fully. We support to do it. This is somebody who will make exercise every day to be able to make sure that and aim highly, so that to go to the even World Cup.
Yes, and another thing which is important is that for most students who comes from secondary school to looking for opportunities in institutions of higher learnings like universities, like STARFORT universities, most of such students at times are not sure, are unaware of which field to venture into as a career model. What does the STARFORT University looks into such as an opportunity to mentor students who needs career guidance at the lower level, at high school, especially those who are finishing secondary school, to know exactly what they want to be doing when they go to higher institutions of learning like the university?
That one is very important question, and this is affecting them when they are selecting. When they are selecting, they select randomly because they say, even my friend or my brother have already joined this area, I can be able to go. But they don't look for the long term, the short term and long term in the business. Also, in academically, they should have to be guided. During orientation, we did orientation. We tell them that the vision and mission and core value, we make orientation. During orientation, some people, the choice, they select, but when they come for orientation, they change their career because it needs guidance because they are too young. Some, 18 years, 20 years, they are not stable in order to select the best specialization. So we tell them, we orient them properly. When they go to the third year, they go for a specialization. They realize that it's most important to go for those who are doing business. Some they go for entrepreneurship, some they go for the business management, some they go for management, some they go for the different.
Yes, and also
banking and finance.
Yes, and also you mentioned earlier that you have graduated so far a number of students from this university. What happens in most universities is that they value their alumni, those who finish from this school. Does a STARFORT, does a STARFORT University recognizes alumni association of students who graduated from here to keep continuous track with their university?
Yeah, we have taken now the best student from this one, the division 1. They go, they are teaching now, they are assisting in teaching staff. So now, and we are going to establish the office, placement office in the university, whereby to identify the strong one, the highly qualified who can be able to get those who are going for different field. We will have an office, a main office in the higher referendum, main campus, STARFORT. So that placement, that is where we can put the best student there, say that we look for the job for them. Even though we inform other institutions, say that they can come to that office and we identify the best one, we are there always. And also their specialization, they are different. Yes. So we can be able to direct those people who are looking for the best one. They can come to the office and identify it.
And finally, as we approach to the end of the program, I would like to ask you, since you decided as a business person to venture into education, higher learning institution, as your form of investment, what do you intend to achieve in contributing to the development of South Sudan's economy with this investment that you are doing now, and also your takeaway point?
We need to achieve in the area of private sector many things. In the private sector, I cannot be able to explain in detail, but I know what we are aiming for. In the private sector, we are aiming highly in order to work hard to ensure that our students are in the private sector, doing many things to be creative and innovative, discover many new things in the market. So the market, the regional market and international market, they should have to also participate and fully. So there are many things which we advise them that say that they can be able to help in the local and domestic market, and also in the private sector, in public sector. Also, we need to help the government in research, in the society. They make a lot of research so that they can be able to identify the challenges facing a society in the locally and state, and also in the capital city, and also in 10 states. They can be able to identify how to help the citizen, particularly in the area of business, and also in the future we are going to open also a branch of agriculture, so that we do a practical to reduce poverty. This is one of the issues. How to also hospitality, to create hospitality in South Sudan, to know that this is your brother, this is your sister, this is or whatever, even to see anybody, to see as the enemy. No, we are going to change that negative attitude and create the positive attitude.
Thank you very much,
so much.
DIUM Chercher, the Chairman, Board of Directors of STARFORT International University, for giving us your time and talking to the Investors Corner. Thank you.
You are most welcome.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Elizabeth.
Thank you.
God bless you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
And God bless you.
You're welcome, DMC. And this brings us to the end of this episode of Today in the Investors Corner with me, Tech Stephen Good, wishing you a very good time.